Today is the Sabbath. Hello, what's up with y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? Oh my gosh. I'm just chilling, scrolling, trying to figure out what area to move in. Just to be completely honest with you guys, I need to be settled. I need to be settled. And so right now, currently, I'm trying to get a place, and I was trying to get a place with the VA loan, and that was going all the way great until he told me that I might not get so I already got approved for a certain amount, but he was like, it might not go through since your college loans are not in deferment or like they're in default right now. When I told him, I uploaded papers that said I was paying on it, but he was like, you would probably have to reach back. No, he was like, we can try, but they may have to like add more interest to your house payment or whatever. He said, unless you want to wait till August when you get back in school. So that was a bummer for me. And I was actually going to purchase one condo that I really liked, but the area was not as nice as I would like it to be. But I was willing to look past that until the inspection guy was like, no, I went there. The first time he went there, the lights were not on. And so, okay, big deal. We got the lights on the second time. He said second time he went there, he started some of the inspection and the lights went out mid-inspection. And I'm like, I don't take nothing for granted. I think that might have been a sign. I don't look past nothing. I said, I think that might be a sign from God that I don't need to be here. Plus, he said, I looked around the area. He was like, I didn't see no cameras. I didn't see no security. He's like, I don't know if this is a good place for a single young lady by herself. I ain't even tell him I'm a single young lady by herself. I don't know if it's because he's talking to my agent or what, but I feel like maybe God was trying to tell me something, like maybe that wasn't the right place. And inside this condo was beautiful, and I think I was getting an excellent deal for the price. It was upstairs, it was downstairs, high ceilings, it was everything I wanted, and I was gonna flex. I was ready to be like, hi, my new home. But when he said that, I said, this is the second time it's happening. And he said everything, and the grounds, he mentioned about how the ground had too many potholes. He was telling me more about the area, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just a sign that this is just not right for me. He was like, the inside is okay, but the outside is my concern. So I was like, yeah, maybe he's right. So I didn't go with that, and I ended up canceling the contract. I had my agent she had me sign the papers. We canceled the contract. Now I got to go get my holding money back, or whatever the money, your option. I got to get my option money back. But they don't open till the weekday. And so I paused the home process, and I'm going to go back to trying to get an apartment. I'm in a procedure right now. I'll tell you guys more about that afterwards. How about that? So yeah, and currently I thought that I liked Plano and all that, but I realized it's too populated for me. I happen to not like a lot of traffic. Now that I'm older, I see that I don't like a lot of cars being on the road with me. I don't like too many areas where it's too populated, and I kind of think I knew that when I was young, but I thought, oh, because it's the suburbs, it's great, but it's actually overpopulated. Cars are always everywhere, people are everywhere. But I'm considering moving to DeSoto. I thought about moving to East Texas, maybe Tyler. There was a home in Mineola I was looking at. I'm just trying to get away from so many people. Like, I want to go on the road and there be nothing but like maybe two cars over here, 4 cars, like 8 cars all together, two. Like, or like I go on the roads out here in Plano and it's totally crowded. It's 100 cars after me, 100 cars in front of me, behind me, on each side, and they're constantly jammed, and we can't even move. It's traffic on the roads, not even the highways. And so I was like, this is too much people. Plus, I see that there's some racism out here. There's a lot of racism out here that I didn't know that was swept under the rug. When I first came out here, I thought it was all glitz and glam, but now I see the grass isn't always greener. Just because you make it out the hood and you coming up, whether you're middle class or hood, and you say, oh, I'm going to the suburbs, because then you're dealing with a different type of ignorance. It may not be a hood ignorance, it may just be a racism ignorance, or I ain't gonna do no name calling, but then you have to deal with the ignorance from racist people, to say the least, that feel like you shouldn't be there just because of the color of your skin, or feel like who you think you are to be a nice looking black young lady with a nice car. Let me show you. So, and then I be getting road rage because people be driving crazy. I think it's spirits in people too. They be having demons in them. I don't know. And I'm trying to work through that. So I'm like, right now, I'm finna read your comment and respond. So right now, I'm like, Maybe I just need to be in a place where it's less populated, where it's less people on the road, so that I can mature and gather myself. Because I really want to be a high school teacher. I want to be a mentor. It's so many things I want to be. But how can I be that when I'm still working on those mental traumas that I have, and I'm still trying to better my attitude? So I said to myself, maybe I need to go somewhere where it's less populated, where I can mature, kind of heal, and then, go back into the inner city and work and all that. My prayers and blessings to you, my sister. You're looking beautiful today. And with the power of the Lord, you are dangerous. I hope that you find a nice place to live. Have a wonderful day. Absolutely. Amen. Amen. Because I am tired of the roam, and I'm tired. But it's absolutely my fault, because I already told y'all I got 100%. I got 23,000. Tried to pay that 6,000 off as soon as I got my money, but they didn't answer. And I was like, man, I should just quit and go to the bank. And this dude that had told me to check my account, he was like, no, don't quit. But I should have quit and paid it. Long story short, after that, I just couldn't see spending $6,000 in one place spending, but I should have. So that had blocked me from getting an apartment for the long time. But like I said, I'm in the process right now, so I'll keep y'all updated with that. And then hopefully I'll come back with some good news soon, because your girl is tired of the roaming. But first, we got to get to the good news before I can tell y'all the rest. But yeah, that's it. I'm just bored. I just got on here to talk. If y'all live in Texas, prayers to you too, and thank you so much for the well wishes, the well blessings, and the prayers. Keep me uplifted. God bless you. If y'all are in Texas, let me know if y'all know any places that are not too rural, not too rednecky, not too racist, not too racist, but not too city and not too populated at the same time. That's a good mix, that don't mind me being black, that I could be there. But it's not too many people too. That, since a look maybe like Tyler or something. I saw some reviews that said they kind of racist, but it didn't look. It don't seem racist to me. Not the little times I've drove through or been through, but I could be wrong. But I doubt it. I don't think Tyler's racist, but I could be wrong. But if y'all know any less, like I said, black friendly, little, let's say like places like Forney, South Lake, I'm trying to mention like nice little suburbs that are in the pockets, not so DFW-ish, that are nice suburban, but I want to know if it's black friendly, where I can go and it's less people, but it's nice, but they don't mind me being there. If you know any places like that and you're from Texas, please let me know. And like I said, happy Saturday. I just wanted to get on here, kind of update y'all with what I was going through. I was really excited. I had already signed for a beautiful condo. The inside was beautiful. The outside looked like oops upside your head. But the unit that I was going to be in was a newer unit. It was just built last year, and it was nice. But the other units around it was from the 70s, and the grounds weren't upkept. So I just think that the thing with the inspection guy, like telling me all that, and I told him, you know what, this must be a sign. I don't take nothing lightly. It must be God telling me it's not for me. And whenever that happens, God got something better, or it's just not for you. Maybe trying to protect me from something for whatever reason. And like I said, why I want something nice. I wanted a condo, townhome like thingy. I also want to make sure that the area is okay. Like the inside is nice, but I don't want to have to worry about somebody messing with my car. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't want to go outside and people just acting crazy and just swerve. So I want to be in a decent area. But like I said, the grass ain't always green on the other side when you're trying to get out the hood or the middle class area. You want to go to the suburbs, because while you in the suburbs, it might be nice, but a lot of people something, I don't say a lot, but then you have to deal with some people that are racist, so it's like everywhere you go you have to deal with something. So, and that's the process I'm in, learning how to deal with people, whether they're hood and they don't care and they just rude, or whether they just ignorant and they don't care and they just ugly spirited because they got demons. I realize that no matter where you go, whether you in the hood or you in a rich neighborhood, you got to deal with demons. And that's what I'm realizing as a child of God. And then I got to deal with my own attitude, because they cock attitude with me, then I get attitude back. They want to swerve on me, then I swerve back. Now we doing all this road rage on the highway. They swerve in front of me, I'm swerving in front of them. Then I don't understand how, when I'm on the highways, anybody else can be driving fast. Nobody else cares. As soon as I start driving fast and like speeding up and just passing it, I mean, when I tell you 5, 6 cars will be behind me, like trying to chase me on the highway just to catch up, and they're not gonna slow down till they pass me up, then they'll slow down. I don't know why people always worried about me. I know y'all think I am not conceited, but I promise you I'm not lying. Anybody else can speed by, they won't care. They'll stay at their rate. As soon as I decide I want to speed by, I tell you I will have 6 cars on my tail chasing me until until they pass me up. And they will not slow down until they pass me up. I don't know what it is. But y'all just keep praying for me. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much. Yes, please ask your dad, because I am getting tired. Look, I'm from Dallas, grew up in Dallas, blah, blah, blah. And I love me some Texas, and I love Dallas because Dallas made me who I am. Okay, Dallas gave me a little bit of that I had, although I really never fit in. Anyway, it's still, God made me who I am, but then growing up with that little bit of hood and that little raw, like around those, it still made me kind of, you gotta strengthen, you gotta get strong, you gotta defend yourself. So, but at this point, y'all, I'm just tired of the city. And Houston, while Houston would probably be nice, you could probably find a nice little middle class, upper class, it's too crowded. My mom always told me that Houston was like Atlanta, but I did look at some condos when I was trying to purchase a home, and they had some nice condos, but I just see Houston as being too crowded. And for me, like I said, I don't like places where it's too crowded. So please ask your dad, anybody else from Texas, please. Is it South Lake, Forney, Rockwell, Tyler? If y'all got any places I can go where it's black friendly, but it's suburban or middle class and nice, but like I can actually drive on the roads and it's not going to be overpopulated like Plano and Frisco or like the DFW area, let me know, because I'm getting tired of the overpopulation. I just be looking around like, why are there so many people here? And I know as a child of God, I should be like, oh, good people, I can witness it. But you don't want to witness 24/7. I used to be like that every time I turn around. But sometimes you just want to, and before I can really witness and heal people, or allow God to heal people through me witnessing, I got to be healed myself. So I still got stuff I need to work on. So I think I may need to move to, like I said, a suburban part, or I don't know, a country part where it's less people. So if y'all got any ideas, let your girl know, because your girl be stressed out. I be getting anxiety and all that. I be like, oh, it's too many people. I got to get away from these people. And people be having demons in them. And then I got an attitude problem, and then they be tripping, and I start tripping with them. So I'm trying to work on that. But besides that, I'm okay. I'm just ready to get settled. Once I get settled, I will get back on here. We'll do our whole little house party, so y'all pray for me that I get settled. I'm praying, and I believe that God is going to make a way. And I always said, even in the VA process, I said, Lord, whatever your will is, be done. Lead me to where you would have me to be. Whatever it is, lead me to where you would have me to be, because he know what I like, but he know where everything will fit. And I was going to try to go to college in Virginia, like I have been telling y'all. I was supposed to go in January. I pushed it back to August because I'm trying to see if the VRE, which is a veterans program, can pay for it for me. They told me I have to get settled first. You need to be settled. Once I get truly settled, then he said they'll possibly think about letting me in that program and paying for my schooling, which is a blessing. And it's got multiple benefits and all that. So it's just one step at a time. So I will keep y'all updated. I am okay. I have income, but I'm not settled yet. I don't have a home yet because I owe $6,000. I couldn't get an apartment, and I left them those little extended stay hotels because I'm paying $1,500 a month for what? When I can have an apartment, I was like, I'll just leave and save up and pay the $6,000 off. But now I found something else. So once I finish it, then I'll let y'all know. I'm not gonna let y'all know until everything is finished. So y'all just keep me in your prayers. Know that I am well and I am blessed. Yes, spiritual warfare is real. And y'all just pray for me that I mature in Christ, so that when people come around me that, maybe they have spirits that are just conflicting with the spirit of God in me, and then maybe just conflicting with the natural me. Just pray for me that I learn how to handle that the right way, because it's not God's will that I'm ugly to a racist, or that I'm ugly to another chick that got a bad attitude, or that I'm ugly just because they acting, or that I'm just walking around with a bad attitude. I don't like to think I walk around with a bad attitude, but I know yesterday, man, I was swerving. I mean, even this family came out, and I'm thinking the lady was looking at me crazy. I didn't even want them to cross the street. I was going to try to swerve in front. I was like, nah, y'all ain't finna walk in front of me. And I was like, nah, man, that's not a God. You know what I'm saying? Because even if I'm like beefing with the adults or with the girlfriend or whatever, these kids right here, but they with their family or whatever, I was like, nah, y'all ain't finna walk in front of me. Because some be thinking people be trying to rub it in. Oh, look at us. And so I was like, nah, I'm finna, so I was like, but that ain't God. And I know it ain't. And then swerving in front of people, and I be getting mad in traffic and on the roads, and people be getting on my nerves. So I just be doing the most. And because I feel like they why you ain't let me in? Or why you do this? Why you do that? Yesterday, almost these people, I was driving fast, they were driving fast, and I feel like they were trying to drive fast on purpose, so they sped up. So I sped up and we sped up. I feel like some people just see you swerving and all that, and they be like, oh, she thinks she all there, she thinks she bad, so let me go try to do this. And I feel like that's what they tried to do. Now they tried to act like, oh, let's crash, let's show show her because she acting cocky, which you should be humble. But and I do be like swerving and stuff. I be doing a lot, but not like crazy, like bothering people. I just be going around, like I be doing like that. But sometimes, people do have spirit. But anyway, this couple had pulled up. I think they was just trying to scare me or trying to go ahead and crash because people got demons in them. Or they like, she thinks she cocky. Let me show her as a white man, Hispanic lady. I got out the car and I was just running my mouth. Oh, you mad? Oh, my car's still beautiful. I'm still black and beautiful. Blah, blah, blah. All this crap. And I was like, God don't want me doing that either. She was recording. I was like, go ahead, record. Call the cops. I was like, that's what I do. I was like, did you record the part where you were trying to hit me? Because I was going fast this way. They coming fast this way. I seen them, but true enough, when I seen them coming, I should have just stopped right there. But I was like, no, I'm finna just keep going. And then they did the same thing because I know they seen me, but they was like, whatever, I'm finna keep going. But I feel like they purposely was trying to catch up to me. Like, some people see somebody cocky and they like, oh, let's show them. I feel like it was that type of thing. But, just pray for me, y'all. Just pray for me because I want to be the Christian that God wants me to be. I don't want to have an attitude just because people have an attitude, or I don't want my spirit to be subject to these people with demons out here on the roads, because that ain't God. You got to learn how to deal with it. He said, be gentle as a dove and wise as a serpent. But otherwise than that, I'm okay. I'm well. I be eating. I'm overweight, but I try to keep myself up, with how much I can. I got my gym membership and all that, but I just dare not. I can't say that I'm homeless because I done been there homeless like I was just the last year in Boston and sleeping at the airport when that veteran ship, and I didn't have no money. That's what I consider homeless. I can't say I'm homeless just because I don't have a home and I'm staying in my car. I can't say it because I make too much money. I make $3,700 a month. So what I look like saying I'm homeless? Okay, homeless without a home? Maybe, but to me, no, because I have money. To me, when you homeless, you don't have money. That's the 3 times I was homeless before where I did not have a home. I did not have money. I don't consider myself homeless because I have money. Now, when I was talking to my VRE representative, he was like, no, don't be prideful. Just because you got money don't mean you're not homeless. You don't actually have a home. And I don't agree. I feel like I have too much money to be like, oh, I'm homeless just because I'm staying in my car right now. I just don't see it because I have money. I can go to an extended stay hotel. I can rent out them little pad splits or whatever you call them things, them Airbnbs, but they too expensive. And I had one situation where this guy was disrespecting me. He was cussing me. I ain't go back to the Airbnb. I ended that contract early. I got my money back and that's it. I can't be living with people because people do not have Jesus. They're not saved. They're disrespectful. They're rude. A lot of times I don't get along with the youth for those reasons. They're going to do what they want to do. They're going to curse you out. They're going to do this. Not everybody, because some people will be respectful, but for that, I like to stay by myself because a lot of people do not live or agree with how I live. And even growing up, y'all, in college, I always had horrible roommate experience. I was always looking for that roommate, for that Bill Cosby, it's a different type of world, black college experience, because I'm a black girl going to HBCUs. My mama told me about her going to college and her having her college friends, and so I always thought that when I go up to college, I'm gonna make friends, I'm gonna meet friends. The college roommate gonna be my best friend, just like you see on TV on all the black sitcoms and on all the shows, black, white, or whatever. And it was the opposite. I went to college and I got traumatized. Girls would be mean. My first roommate, she was anorexic, so she never turned the light off. I was like, can you please turn the light off? She couldn't do it. Okay, so I moved. My next roommate was an upperclassman. I was a freshman. She came in drunk one night and had her friend knocking all my stuff off of my table, looking at my pictures, telling me, and you ain't cute. And then she had the nerve to tell me, and I'm probably going to apologize to you in the morning time. And lo and behold, the morning time came and she did. But I was over it, so I moved. Then I had to leave Clark, Atlanta, because it was too expensive, but I loved Clark. But they put me in my own room, and I wish I would have stayed there. I think it was Beckwith dorms. But then I had to come back because I couldn't get a cosigner, and it was too expensive. So I ended up going to TWU. Roommate situation there. What happened over TWU? It was all right. That one was all right. That one wasn't too bad. But I never quite got along with females like that. Now, I think if I would have been around females that were maybe Christian, raised right. But a lot of them were raised right, or they raised okay, but they don't care. They just be cussing, they be rude, they be loud all times of the night. You might be trying to sleep and they don't care. But that one at TWU, that situation wasn't so bad. Then I went to Jarvis, and I had one roommate, we was talking at first, but then we wasn't cool. It's like girls be hating. You know how girls be. She flipped or whatever, so they moved me to my other roommate. She was pretty cool. We was actually friends. That one was okay. But then one day she did something weird. I had to use the restroom, and she just came in the bathroom on me. And she just opened the door, and then she stood there looking at me for a moment and looking at my little lady part. And I was confused and like, why is she staring at me right now? And then she went out. But we was friends, right? But she was being weird. Like sometimes females just be being weird, and that was just weird to me. But in total, that one was okay. And then after that, I ended up going to Texas College. And I had a horrible roommate experience with these younger girls. They were about 8 feet tall, Goliath, what's them things called that walked the earth years ago that got flooded? I don't know if they was mixed with them Nephilim or what, but they was, it seemed like my mama said, when you get up in there, she was like, I don't care how they act, just, do your cool, just do what you need to do. But they was basically bullies, and they was younger than me, but they was bullies, big old tall, and they was pretty too. I mean, one of them was real pretty. Her name was Crystal. She was dark skinned, she was built fine, she had a sister that looked just like her. But she was bullied. She was a bully too, or at least to me. Some of these girls are really nice to other people, but for whatever reason they want to bully me, and it was because I was saved. So even when I told them, I was like, look, y'all, I'm saved. So whenever I'm around, can you please try to limit your cussing or limit the nasty things? Because when you young and you're not saved, you're gonna be saying some sexual nasty things. I said, I really don't want to hear that. And they was respectful at first. They was like, yeah, I understand. But then as time went by, they would come in all time of the night, late and loud. Something happened. What happened? They were just being rude. And I was like, please, they stole my key. I had lost my key. And I couldn't find it. I couldn't sleep. I was like, I know these girls done took my key, but I couldn't say nothing to them because they was being messy. But what happened was one of the girls had took my key and she didn't want to give it back. So I had to tell the mother of the dorm. And she ended up getting the key back, but she moved me to this last room. And that girl, she was pretty okay. She was decent. It was an African young lady. And she was decent. Her name was Kimmy. So yeah, I kind of always had these traumatic roommate experiences with females where instead of making friends, it always turned into a nightmare situation where they would be rude, they would be mean, and they would always do stuff I didn't do. Like they would club, or they would go out late, or they would come out, like I said, knocking my stuff over, or being loud, just being disrespectful. It just never worked out. So that traumatized me. Over time, I realized that traumatized me, and it made me really not trust females like that, because I feel like and I knew it wasn't all of them, because in between there I had like associates. I used to sing in choir, especially at Jarvis or whatever, so I know it ain't everybody, but I had some trauma, so I had to work through that, and I had to grow up, and I'm still working through that. But that's just to give y'all some of my history. So when I'm around people, I just don't be trusting folks. It's just hard. So I'm trying to grow up out of that, because my mom always told me, don't be a victim, be a victor. She said, you don't want to walk around acting like a pussy willow. So, and when she sound funny, but it's true. Like, so I'm trying to get to that where I'm about not a victim, but a victor. Because she was like, if all these people can be evil and mean-spirited, and they still go on and get their degrees and be somebody, but you just let all this trauma just keep you in the corner. You know what I'm saying? She was like, if they can be somebody as evil and mean as they are, then you need to be somebody too. Stop letting people run you up in a corner. So I'm trying to get to that part where I'm trying to get to where I need to be, because for so long I have been held back from being that teacher, from even doing music. I sing, I rap, I act. It's so many things I could be doing, and what am I doing? Nothing. So y'all pray for me. Pray my strength in the Lord. A lot of times I just be talking. But if I'm going to be talking, I might as well be a news anchor, professional gospel rapper or something, because, you know what I'm saying, what am I doing with myself, y'all? I just be going in circles. It's like the devil has been holding my progress back, is my point. But I know that some things only come by prayer and fasting. Y'all just keep me uplifted. But I am well. I'm doing well. God bless y'all. My mama's friend. Females can be females are some emotional creatures, and I know, because I'm an emotional creature. But my thing is, I promise you, one thing I promise y'all, I ain't lying about this right here. I have never been a hater. I've been a hater one time in my life. One time in my life, I was 5 years old, and I was in Atlanta, Georgia, because that's where I'm originally from. Jonesboro, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a Grady baby. And this cute little light-skinned girl that all the boys liked at the daycare, because nobody liked me. They all liked her. Her name was Shay. She had a little birthmark right here. And she was a bride for Halloween. And I was jealous because I didn't have a costume for Halloween, and I was mad because she was cute and she was a bride. That was the one time I was a hater, one time in my life. And I was teasing her because I was mad because I didn't have a costume, and she had a costume, and I ain't have a costume, and I want a costume, I ain't have one, and I was a hater that night, and I teased her. That was the one time, because my whole life growing up, whenever I saw pretty girls, I don't care what color, I don't care if it was black, mixed, white, I'm always like, oh, you are real pretty, oh, you so pretty. One of them, I remember Pocahontas, I went to Faith Family with her in Dallas, I used to call her Pocahontas. I ain't never been a hater. I would just be like, oh, you so pretty, oh, your hair so pretty. But then I realized I had to stop that. I realized that at Clark. When I went to Spelman, the CAU Center in Atlanta, Clark, Spelman, Morehouse, I seen some of the most prettiest black girls that ever walked this earth. They was all at Spelman, Clark. And I said, oh my goodness. I said, you are so, I would go and I'd be like, oh, you so pretty. And that's just how I am, because I'm country. Like, I'm one of them old school country girls. I'd be like, oh, you so pretty. I said, but some of them would just, they started looking at me like I was crazy. They would be looking like I would compliment them. Oh, you so pretty. Hey, oh, you pretty. Or stuff like, oh, girl, you pretty. And that, look at me like I'm crazy. Like I said, well, I ain't gonna say nothing else because they looking at me like I'm crazy. So I realized, some people got nice looks on the outside, but they ain't got it up here, or they're not cultured like that. They're not cultured to receive that, or they coming from a different culture. Maybe they're a little bit more hood, and maybe I'm just too country and lame for them. That could be it too. So, you know what I'm saying? And maybe once you get to know each other, you can break those barriers. But, because I'm definitely not no angel, and over time I have to work on my attitude, because I developed a very defensive attitude because I was picked on and talked about and rejected and not. So now I'm very defensive. So now I'm on the road like bump you, bump you, bump you. I'll probably see y'all on the road and swerve on y'all like bump you, because all y'all out to get me. So I'm trying to work on that. So pray for me. Y'all pray for me. But I love y'all. I'm finna go fart. Burr. Oh, okay then. So I love y'all. God bless y'all. Pray my strength in the Lord. I got 3 of y'all on this live. And now we waiting for the live where I get my place and I'm celebrating the 1,000 subscribers. I saw on here that I had 1,029 or something like that. I was like, what? I can't believe 1,029 of y'all even want to care or like interested in what I have to say. But God bless y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. And I'm praying for y'all just like y'all praying for me. I will keep y'all uplifted. I love y'all and enjoy y'all day. God bless. Be blessed. Yes, you too, Cookie. You too. Okay, I guess we got one troll. God bless you, sis. Oh, so stay encouraged. I remember who you are now. Stay encouraged. Remember, the more you go through, the more God will bless it back to you. The greater your testimony will be. Just keep God first. Yes, God is good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, God is great. All right. God bless y'all. Bye-bye. I'll be back on with some lives later on, especially when I get my place. All right, I don't know how to end this. Oh, peace, bye. Be blessed, y'all. God bless. I'm done.